I meet up with old friends, they all say the same thing.
What? You're serious? That's amazing. Why? How? This is not an easy thing to do.
If you ask why, the reason is my dream. And if you ask how, it's by not giving up on my dream.
We all had the same dream. We made that same efforts, and now we're all here today. We say
that we are all dreaming now of Demion.
We invite you to the dream of 5 awesome guys. Let's dream on
Demion! I never thought the day would come when I would be introducing the other members as a DJ. Ooh, I'd like to introduce them to the Music Access listeners.
Yes.
This is the rookie group Demion. Say hi.
Hey,
come on, Demion! 안녕하세요, Demion.
Oh, that's weird. We had to say that too. Okay, this is new and awkward for me as well. We have someone else in the studio with us today, Pia.
Pia
will be helping us with interpretations. Hello.
Hi.
Pia.
안녕하세요.
Oh, is the mic on? Hi.
Is your mic on?
Yeah, mic test. Is it on? I think it's kind of out. Okay.
Okay, so Pia, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
Okay, now with Pia here to translate, let's have all the Demion members introduce themselves.
Ooh, how about we go with Mangmis?
안녕하세요. 저는 이제 팀에서 자칭 서열 외모 1위 혜근입니다. 안녕하세요.
Hello, I'm Haegun of Demion. I am the best looking member of the group, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay, next, Sun.
안녕하세요. 데미온에서 섹시한 입술을 맡고 있는 메인 보컬 선입니다.
준비했어?
Hello, I'm Sun. I'm the main vocal of Demion, and I have the sexiest lips in the group.
I think they got prepared for this.
You should do it because you're a
What?
member.
Like impulsive? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Sangbum. As you all know, I got the sexiest, how do you say?
Voice?
Abs.
Abs?
I can't show the abs, but yeah.
Ew.
My 4.5 abs, thank you.
Okay. 안녕하세요. 데미온에서 가지런한 치아를 맡고 있는 나쿤입니다.
Hello, I'm Nakhun of Demion. I have the straightest teeth in the group.
Wow, strangest.
네, 안녕하세요. 데미언에서 리더를 맡고 있는 매력적인 허스킨 보이스. 허스킨 보이스. 윤입니다.
Hello, I'm Yoon of Demion. I'm the leader, and I have the sexy husky voice.
Wow. This is like really weird.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how does it feel to have Sangbum and me sitting in the DJ seat? Tell us honestly. You can be honest.
네, 저 멤버분들이 이제 상범 씨랑 나쿤 씨가 DJ가 되셨잖아요. 이제 이 자리에 있는 게 어떠신지 소감 한 마디씩만.
진짜 굉장히 어색해요.
꿈만 같다.
네, 방금 아침까지만 해도 같은 숙소에서 같이 나왔는데
준비하고.
네, 여기서 막상 이렇게 DJ 하고 있는 모습을 보니까 되게 신기하기도 하고요.
조금 유세 떠는 것 같기도 하고.
Alright, so Sun said it's really awkward because this morning they were all in the dorms together getting ready, but now they're here in the studio and Nakhum and Sangbum are in the DJ seat, so it's a little weird. And Yoon said that it kind of seems like they're showing off, they're getting cocky.
Yes, cocky. Is there any member who listens to all of our shows from like Monday to Thursday?
네, 멤버분들 중에서 혹시 월요일부터 목요일까지 쭉 다 들으신 분이 계신가요?
아마 저일 것 같아요.
Okay, Haegun says.
우리 형들이 이제 라디오 DJ를 하니까 그래도 계속 들어줘야죠. 잘 하나 안 하나 감시해야 돼요 항상.
Okay, Haegun said that because the youngs in the group are now radio DJs, he has to check up on them, make sure they're doing good, so he's tuned in every day.
Well, how about like other guys? Why? What's
네,
happening?
다른 멤버분들은 왜?
What's happening?
잘할 거라 믿으니까 걱정이 안 돼서 이제.
Alright, Yoon said he wasn't worried. He knew they're gonna do well. He didn't have to listen to them.
가식덩어리. 가식덩어리.
It's fake.
It's obvious they can't speak English. Anyways, it's so nice to be here with all of our members together. Do we get to sit around like this and chat a lot?
네, 지금 다 5분이 같이 이렇게 모여 있을 기회가 많이 있으신가요? 이렇게 수다 떨고 이렇게.
엄청 많죠. 저희 형들이랑 이제 같이 영화도 보고 다들 커피를 좋아해가지고 예, 이제 삶의 이제 인생 얘기라든지 이제 앞으로의 이제 미래라든지 이제 저희 또 이제 노래도 많이 연습해야 되니까 그런 것도 많이 얘기하고 있어요.
Alright, so Haegun says they have a lot of chances to sit around and talk about life, and they watch movies together, and all of them like coffee, so they drink coffee together and practice singing together.
Okay, so
And to our Music Access listeners, if you have any questions or messages for our Demion members, please send them over to our message board and we'll read as many as we can and choose some of you to win a Demion signed CD.
Actually, we're getting a lot of it. Anyway, since we're a rookie group, we should try and tell the listeners as much about us as possible. So let's start with our name, Demion. What does that mean? Actually, this is like my question,
It's
right?
your question, but we'll let the other members.
Okay, so how about 막내 Sun?
지금 이제 멤버분들이 이제 다 신인 그룹이시잖아요. 그래서 이제 청취자분들께 이제 데미온을 약간 소개를 하면 좋을 것 같은데 이제 막내 선 씨에게 질문이 왔어요. 데미온이라는 이름을 어떻게 짓게 되시고 그 어떤 뜻인지.
네, 저 같은 경우는 이제 멤버로 제일 마지막에 합류를 했단 말이에요. 그러다 보니까 이제 그 전에 이미 팀이 이름이 정해져 있었더라고요.
데미온.
근데 그 팀 이름 뜻을 들어보니까 반은 신이고 반은 인간이라는 뜻으로 이렇게 팀명을 사장님께서 직접 지으셨다고 하시더라고요.
비싼 돈으로.
Okay, so Sun said that he was the last person to join the group, and when he joined the group, the name was already chosen, and the name Demion means that they are half god and half human, like demigods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hercules.
Exactly. And I want to ask this one to Hagen. What were some of the other candidates for our name?
네, 저 혜근 씨에게 질문 왔는데요. 다른 후보들이 있었나요? 이름?
다른 후보 이름 있었는데 정말 제 입으로 거론하기도 힘들 정도로 이제 사장님께 죄송한데요.
뭐였죠? What was it?
브로디오라고.
브로디오.
네, 브로디오도 있었고 또 뭐가 있었죠?
드라운이 있었어요. 드래곤과 라이언을 합친 드라운.
네, 그 사장님께서 그 되게 좀 신적인 그런 존재 같은 이름을 많이 가져오셔가지고 좀 저희가 되게 많이 당황스러웠던 적이.
Okay, so Hagen said there were a lot of other candidates for their names, but they're kind of embarrassing to say because apparently the CEO of their company likes names that are kind of godlike.
Godlike.
So there was
Very godlike.
Drownies?
Drown.
Drown.
Dragon plus lion.
Dragon plus lion, yes. What was the other one?
Rodeo.
Rodeo, yes.
안녕하세요, 브로디오입니다.
We have no idea what that means. But
Okay.
anyways, there are so many nicknames for idols now, like Beast Idol or Livelihood Idol or
Yeah.
Military Idol. But so many people share them. What do you think would be a good nickname for Demion? Just for Demion. What about Yoon?
네, 요즘에는 이제 뭐 짐승돌이다, 뭐 생개돌이다 굉장히 많잖아요, 수식어가. 근데 그거는 여러 아이돌들이 돌려 쓰는데 혹시 데미온만의 수식어를 만든다면 윤 씨는 어떤 수식어를 고르실지?
저희끼리도 이야기를 되게 많이 했는데요.
네.
일단 저는 국민 아이돌이 되기를 되게 원하고 있어요. 되게 편하고 친근한 이미지의 그런 국민 아이돌이 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
Okay, so Yoon says they talked about this a lot, and he personally likes 국민 idol, which means national idol.
Yeah.
So an idol that's very friendly and accessible to everyone.
But I think he have to name our idol group as like 추락돌. You fell down like from the sky, like an angel. Anyway, there were a lot of ups and downs for Demion before we were finally able to debut. Were there any members who were secretly looking around at other companies while all this incidents happened?
이제 멤버분들이 이제 데뷔하시기 전에 이제 많은 사건 사고가 있었다고 들었는데요. 혹시 이제 그런 일들이 있을 동안 다른 회사를 조금 모색해 보신 멤버가
Actually,
있으신지?
Hagen.
Are
you sure?
You liar.
You liar. I'm a liar. Okay.
정말 아니고요. 민혁이 형, 이제 윤 형이 다쳤을 때는 정말 이제 다 같이 간병을 이렇게 간호를 돌아가면서 맡았거든요, 저희가. 근데 좀 힘들긴 했었는데 이제 다른 회사를 알아보고 그러진 않았습니다.
Alright, so Hagen says that yes, there were a lot of hard times, especially when Yoon got hurt. All the members went around nursing him back to health. So it was hard, but none of them were thinking about leaving the company or anything like
But
that.
I saw him like meeting the other company staff member, but he said he's like friends with her. But yeah,
이제 혜근 씨가 다른 회사 직원분이랑 관계자분을 이제 만나시는 걸 느꼈거든요. 그냥 친구분이라고 하셨다고.
right? Can you explain that? What's happening here?
해명 좀.
제가 이제 다른 회사에 있었을 때 그 저를 챙겨준 그 친한 AR 그 누나가 있었는데 저희가 이제 그런 소식을 듣고 나서 저에게 바로 전화를 혜근아 무슨 일이야? 근데 아니에요.
Alright, so he says, you know, she was just someone who took care of him when he was at another company before, and she was just worried about him. It was nothing shady or anything like that.
We'll see about
저
that.
같은 경우는 그 쉬는 동안 분명 저는 제 주위 사람들이 데미온을 준비하고 있는 걸 알고 있는데 그 다른 회사에서 캐스팅 연락이 들어왔어요. 이쪽으로 오는 건 좋겠냐.
Wow.
네, 저는 단칼에 거절을 했죠. 저는 데뷔
Wow.
멤버들을 사랑합니다.
가식 덩어리.
Alright, so
Fakes, so many fakes.
Nakhun said that while they were getting ready, while they were taking a break, even though people knew that he was part of Demion, he got a lot of casting calls from other companies, but he said no to all of them because he is in love with Demion. And one of the other members said
faker.
that he was a faker. Yes.
국민 아이돌이 아니라 가식돌로.
You said they're gonna be fake idols now.
Yes. Okay.
So, we went through a lot together, but we were finally able to debut with the song Ask Her Out,
Ask Her
고백해.
Out, yeah.
Let's listen to the song before we continue with Demion. So this is 고백해 by Demion. How the 5 members, including us too,
Yeah.
Demion, came together. Were there any members who were scouted on the street?
네,
Okay.
이제는 데미온 멤버분들이 다 어떻게 데미온 되셨는지에 대해서 얘기를 좀 할 건데요. 혹시 길거리 캐스팅으로 들어오신 분이 계신지.
I guess no one, right?
길거리
No.
캐스팅은 없는 것
I
같아요.
guess like none of us
No
were,
one
right?
got scouted on the street.
So I guess none of us were recruited for our looks.
네, 외모로 뽑히신 건 아닌 것 같고요.
So I think we should talk about how we became a trainee for this particular company.
네, 그래서 이제 연습생을 어떻게 하게 되셨는지에 대해서 조금 말씀해 주시면 좋을 것 같아요.
이제 처음으로 이제 가수가 되고 싶어서 이제 회사를 알아봤는데 저는 이제 축구를 좋아해가지고 중학교 때부터 이제 제가 축구하는 모습을 사진으로 찍어갖고 친구가 되게 유명한 회사에다가 오디션을 공모를 했더라고요. 저를 모르게. 그래서 이제 거기가 잘 돼가지고 하다가 이제 잘 안 됐는데 이제 이러다가 이제 제 친구를 또 만나가지고 이제 회사를 연결해줘서 이렇게 들어와서 데미온에 합류하게 되었습니다.
Alright, so Hagen says that ever since he was in middle school, he loved to play soccer. So he had a lot of pictures of him playing soccer, and one of his friends actually entered him into audition contests using those photos without him knowing.
Yeah.
And that didn't go very well. But then another friend helped him out with auditions at another company, and you know, one thing led to another, and he became a part of Demion.
Okay. So
What about Sun?
yeah.
네, 저 같은 경우는 원래 연습하던 회사가 있었어요. 그 회사에서도 이제 데뷔를 준비까지 맞춰놓은 상태였는데 아무래도 좀 사정상 잘 되지 않아서 이렇게 잘린 거죠.
Got fired.
잘려서 이제 안 좋은 상황이었는데 다행히도 그쪽 관계자분이 지금 회사를 소개시켜 주셔서 네, 오디션을 보고 합격을 해서 들어오게 됐습니다.
Okay, so Sun said that he was actually a trainee at a different company, and he had actually made all the preparations to debut, but there were some bad circumstances and he was cut from the group. But then luckily he was introduced to his current company and he got the audition, and now he's a part of Demion.
Oh, okay. So a lot of trainees switch over to other companies to make their official debut. Like, did any of you switch companies before debut? Like Yoon? Like, have you ever done that before?
네, 요즘에는 이제 연습생 시절은 한 회사에서 보내고 데뷔 이제 다른 회사로 옮겨가시는 분들이 많은데요. 혹시 윤 씨도 그런 경우이신지?
네, 저희 멤버들 중에 대부분이 다 그럴 텐데요. 저 같은 경우도 이제 다른 회사에서 연습을 하다가 이제 뭐 이유가 있어서 잘 안 맞는 부분이라던가 아니면은 뭐 어떻게 안 좋은 일이 있기 때문에 이제 나오게 돼서 또 오디션을 계속 보는 도중에 저도 이쪽에 와서 이렇게 데뷔하게 됐습니다.
Alright, so Yoon says that most of the members probably had that experience. He was a trainee at a different company, but because of a lot of different circumstances, they decided to leave, and he had auditions at a lot of different companies before he got this one.
Okay, so like, were any of you close to debuting at like big companies like SM, YG, JYP, or like Cube, or were any of you like almost part of the group that has like become famous now?
네, 저 멤버분들 중에 혹시 SM이나 YG나 JYP처럼 이제 많이 해외에서 아시는 그런 회사에서 데뷔를 할 뻔했다거나 아니면은 현재 굉장히 잘된 그룹의 멤버가 될 뻔했다거나 혹시 그런 경험이 있으신가요?
네, 저 같은 경우는요. 네, 저 써는 JYP 공채 오디션 출신이에요. 네, 공채 8기 오디션 출신인데 신기하게도 그 공채 출신인 사람들 중에서 지금 데뷔해서 되게 성공하신 선배님들이 되게 많더라고요. 네, 저 8기에 같이 했던 친구 중에서 2명도 지금 데뷔해서 활동을 하고 있는 친구들도 있고요. 네, 그래가지고 아무래도 좋은 기회가 아니었나 싶었습니다.
Alright, so Sun says that he was a trainee at JYP. He was in their 8th class of open audition trainees, and 2 of the friends that he was training with are currently they debuted and they're promoting now with their groups.
And for me, most of our listeners would already know, but
Yeah.
I was part of a trainee with Jellyfish Entertainment, and the friends that were at the time with me became to be Vicks. So
Popular.
they're making their way up there to becoming famous.
How do you feel?
I feel encouraged as well because I keep in contact with them and they encourage me to try better.
Oh, try better. Okay, so for me, actually, I had an audition to YG and JYP, and I actually like almost got in there. Like for JYP, it was like 230 people versus me. It's like 230대 1. Like I got into that, but I failed again. And for YG, I actually met 양윤석 사장님, and I sang in front of him like 3 years ago, and he said, 목소리는 좋은데 노래 못하네. It was like that. Like I had a great voice, but I couldn't sing well that time. So he said
So
that.
you practiced.
Yeah, I practiced a lot. I'm still like, I don't know. I'm trying hard now. Anyways, so
So Demion's leader is Yoon.
Is it?
Yeah. A lot of people are curious about how idol groups choose their leader. So Yoon, tell us about how you became the leader.
네, 현재 데미온의 리더는 윤 씨인데요.
네.
많은 팬분들이 이제 리더는 어떻게 되는 건지 궁금해하시더라고요. 그래서 혹시 윤 씨가 이제 어떻게 리더가 되셨는지 한번 말씀해 주시죠.
Why?
일단 외모와 실력으로 진행해서
Why?
방송을 형 거짓말로 하면 안 되죠.
사실 나이가 제일 많아서 리더를 하게 됐습니다.
Okay, so Yoon said originally that it was because of his looks and his talent, and then Haegun said that Hyung, you shouldn't lie on the air.
Yes.
So then
No
Yoon
lies.
said yes, it was just because he was the oldest.
Yes. Okay. Now we all love the leader of Demion, Yoon, but why don't we just like take a moment to try something new?
Ooh, new.
Like picking a new leader for Demion. Bum 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 bum.
데미온의 이제 리더 윤 씨를 굉장히 사랑하지만
네, 네.
오늘 좀 색다른 경험을 위해서
Yeah.
데미온의 리더를 새로 뽑는 코너를 마련했습니다.
정말 기다렸습니다.
It's like
Haegun's really excited.
yeah, like a little corner for this.
Don't think of anything else. Just think of the criteria we give you and choose the number one in your mind. Also, tell us why you chose that person.
Okay,
네,
so
이제 굉장히 솔직하게 이제부터 드리는 기준을 듣고 그 각 기준에 맞는 1등을 마음속으로 생각하시고 이제 나중에 왜 그분을 선택하셨는지 말씀해 주시면 됩니다.
it's kind of fun. So okay, so the first criterion is the new Demion leader. First criterion, strength.
네, 첫 번째 기준은 힘입니다.
Okay.
So, in other words, tell us who you would pick just because it would really hurt if they hit you.
Oh,
So, Haegun, who would you pick?
네, 그래서 이제 그냥 이 사람한테 맞으면 정말 아플 것 같다. 이제 그런 분을 말씀해 주시면 되는데 혜건 씨부터 시작할게요.
저는 써니요. 딱 보기에 세 보이잖아요.
단단해 보이죠?
혜건 said, you know, it just looks like it would hurt if sun hit you, right? So
Actually, among us, we say that how to call it 일진, like this, like
We tease him.
we tease him, we tease Hagen that, and he always say, "Oh, I'm 일진 in Gimpo, I'm Gimpo-chan," something like that. And he's always like that. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're so strong. I'm so afraid of you. Can you show me some like the examples of that in a situation, Yoon?"
네, 윤지홍 씨 지금 이제 상범 씨가 이제 멤버들끼리 이제 혜건 씨를 많이 놀린다고 하셨는데 이제 전에 약간 짱이셨다고. 혹시 이런 상황이 에피소드가 있었는지 한번.
혜근이가 가끔 이제 저희가 다 잠을 자고 아침에 이제 잠을 깨우잖아요. 근데 이제 혜근이를 깨울 차례였는데 혜근이가 그날따라 유난히 좀 피곤했어요. 근데 이제 깨웠더니 욕을 하는 것 같더라고요.
Wow.
형이라고 하겠는데 제 이름만 부르는 경우도 있고.
Wow.
Okay, so you was telling us about a situation where Haegun was sleeping on the dorms and they had to wake him up. So they tried to wake him up, but he was really tired and cranky. So he started saying some very bad words
Wow.
to his Hyungs, and you know Yoon is older than him, but he just said Yoon and didn't put in the Hyung afterwards. And
역시
things like that.
짱이었어. Okay, how about we do this? Like on the count on 3, we say the name who's like really good in like 쌈장, something like that. Like count on
그러면
3.
이제 하나 둘 셋을 외치면은 그 이제 마음속으로 생각하시는 1위를 다 같이 외쳐주시는 걸로 할게요.
Okay, like at 3. Okay, I'm gonna say the numbers in Korean. Okay, let's go. 하나, 둘, 셋. Sun.
선.
Sun. We got sun. You got sun. You got what?
핵은
Hagen, what you got?
나쿤.
Nakhun.
I got Sun.
Oh, so Sun got 3 points. So
points.
Yeah.
Sun is the most like Superman here. Super strength leader.
So you should ask him so do you hit the other members,
Yeah.
Sun?
Do you hit it?
네, 선 씨가 이제 많은 편을 받으셨는데 혹시 다른 멤버들을 때리시나요?
에이 제가 멤버 중에 제일 착해요. 형들에게도 항상 예의 바르게 행동을 하고요. 혜근이 친구이기 때문에 항상 제가 잘 챙겨주죠.
Alright, so Sun says, I'm the nicest one in the group. I don't know what's going on. I'm always so polite to my hungs and I always take care of Haegun. And yeah, so he's very confused.
Yeah.
Actually, he's like a sundungi of our members. So he doesn't like do not anything but Hagen like I'm 일장 yes come at me come on.
저도 착해요.
Haegun says he's nice too.
He
I'm sure
is.
they are.
Hagen really is sensitive. I saw him like hide his tears a lot. So he's actually really sensitive.
crybaby.
네, 혜건 씨 눈물이 굉장히 많으시고
네.
여리시다고.
He's actually very young.
형들이 지금 너무 저를 몰아가네요.
혜건's like, this is a trap. Everyone's trapping me.
We should stop teasing him. He might cry.
Oh, he's crying already. Okay.
So anyway, so if the leader had been chosen based on strength, Sun would be the person to be the leader.
Yes.
So maybe we can move on to the second criteria.
Okay. So new Demion leader. Second criterion tricks.
네, 두 번째 기준은 잔머리입니다.
Yes. Which member is the sneakiest and willest, getting out of tough situations and never really getting into troubles? You, Sun, Hagen, what?
그래서 네, 멤버분들 중에 잔머리 잘 굴리셔가지고 어떻게 되게 어려운 상황에서 잘 빠져나가고 지적도 안 당하고 이제 그런
이건
분을
정말 답이 나왔어요.
Oh,
지금
really?
다
Alright, so
포함합니다.
obviously, okay, there's
Let's
one
do it.
answer that everyone's
Let's
thinking
do
of.
that.
다 같이 할까요 그냥?
Let's just do it
다
all
같이.
together. Yeah.
Okay.
같이 세.
네.
하나, 둘, 셋.
상범!
What? What?
상범이가 되게 욕심이 많아요. 하고 싶은 건 해야
정말
되고
정말.
Yes.
그리고 얘가 조금 잘 빠져나가는 것 같아요.
Wow.
Alright, so
미꾸라지처럼 요리조리.
Yoon says that Sangbum has a lot of ambition and he knows how to get what he wants, kind of like weasels out of situations. And Haegun said he's like a eel, like he just
Yes.
squirms around everything.
So Sangbum,
Yeah.
do you think you're very tricky?
No, I'm very innocent person. I'm like I don't know nothing. I have like no idea what they're talking about.
네, 상범 씨는 굉장히
I'm doing it right now.
순진하다고.
I'm doing it right now.
So when do you find yourself thinking up the most tricks?
Tricks, actually, I think about like some things like I don't know, like for example, 일어나가지고 먼저 화장실 써야 돼요. 화장실 써야 되는데 눈치를 이제 보죠. 눈치를 보다가 잠깐만 지금 이 형이 일어나면 이제 두 번째로 혜근이가 일어날 텐데 그럼 이제 내가 이제 혜근이 전에 이제 먼저 일어나야 돼. 오케이 이때야. Yes. 이런
So
식으로.
we asked when he's the trickiest, and he said, when you wake up in the morning and you need to go to the bathroom, he thinks about when he should wake up to go to the bathroom when he wants to. It's like, okay, wait, Haegun's gonna wake up next. So I have to go now.
Yeah, that's how I do it. So, if the criterion had been trickiness, this person might have become the leader of Demion. So that is just me.
It would be you.
Okay, how about the next one?
The next one, new Demion leader. Third criterion is money.
Wow.
So everyone
마지막 기준은
money.
경제력입니다.
경제력. So everyone wants to depend on someone when they buy you a lot of stuff, right? Sun, who would you choose?
네, 이제 당연히 이제 뭔가 많이 사주고 그러면은
네네.
약간 의지하고 싶은 마음이 생기잖아요. 그러니까 질문을 이제 선 씨한테 갔습니다.
네, 뭐 사주기보단요 이제 자신한테 잘 쓰는 사람을 봤어요. 네, 저희 멤버 중에서 나쿤이 형이 자기 자신에게 투자를 굉장히 많이 하는 것 같아요.
와우,
어느 날 보면은 전기 면도기가 새로 생겨 있고요. 다음 날 보면은 노트북이 업그레이드 되어 있고요. 그런 걸 보면은 저희 멤버 중에서 가장 경제력이 뛰어나지 않나 싶습니다.
Okay, so Sun said he chose Nakhun not because he buys the other members things, but because he invests a lot in himself.
Yeah.
So, one day he suddenly has a new electric razor, he suddenly has a new computer, so that's why he thinks he has a lot of money.
Okay, actually, the first we have like two for the candidate. Like he's rich and we can see it. And actually, Taeyang is like a Hanam's prince. He's from province, but he has a like big, really fat house. Anyway,
So if the leader had been chosen based on money, I would be the leader.
yeah, okay, you're speaking yourselves.
Anyway,
Okay, alright, so that's good to know. So let's listen to another song before we come back. It's our song again, What is it?
It is 새벽거리 by Demion. Yes. I want to ask ourselves how long it has been since our debut.
Debut? Oh yeah, it's been like 2 months now.
2 months. So, what do you think? What do you guys think that after our debut, what has been the most different, like before debut and after?
네, 저 이제 데미온이 데뷔하신 지 이제 한 2개월 정도 되셨는데 데뷔하시기 전과 후가 제일 다른 점이 무엇인가요?
다른 점이라고 하기보다는요. 이제 밖에 시선이 좀 이렇게 바라보는 시선이 있으니까 네, 그래 아무리 그래도 신인이 그래도 이제 옷 입는 거라든지 아니면 이제 말투 그런 것도 다 신경 쓰이게 되는 것 같아요.
Okay, he says that now that they're celebrities, there are people looking at them and thinking about what they do, so he has to think about what he's gonna wear, how he's gonna talk. All of his behavior is now kind of being more scrutinized.
Okay, so why don't we do some multiple choices, like something like that? So, okay, I wonder what the best part of being a celebrity was after your debut. So we'll make it a multiple choice. Okay, here it goes. First, I like being able to meet other celebrities. Second, I like being able to perform out on stage. How about the third one?
Third one, I like having my own song. And number 4, other answers.
네, 이제 객관식으로 여쭤볼 건데요. 이제 1번은 제일 좋은 거는 다른 연예인을 볼 수 있다. 2번은 이제 무대에 서는 게 너무 좋다. 이제 3번은 내 노래가 생긴 게 너무 좋다. 그리고 4번은 이제 주관식으로 이제 다른 답변을 주셔도 되고요.
So what's you guys' opinion?
Sun.
네, 저는 1번이요.
1번.
Sun says number 1.
So what kind of celebrity? Who?
그러니까 어떤 연예인을 보시는 게 좋으신지.
네, 제가 요즘 되게 빠져 사는 한 걸그룹이
Oh my
있습니다.
god. Oh my
He's in love with a girl group right now.
Scandal.
네, 저 좀 정말 좋아하는 여자 그룹 걸그룹 선배님들이 있는데요. 레이디스 코드의 이소정 선배님.
Alright, so right now he's really into he's also of ladies code and Yoon is shaking his head.
So what about Yoon? What about Yoon?
윤 씨는
네, 저는 3번이 가장 좋은 것 같은데요. 일단 길거리나 친구들한테서 연락이 올 때가 너의 노래가 나온다. 그때 기분이 너무 좋더라고요.
Alright, so Yoon says number 3, having his own song, and he feels the best when he hears his song on the street or when his friends call him and say, "Oh, I heard your song playing somewhere." Then he feels really good.
Okay.
So I want to give one more question. What's the most difficult part about being a celebrity? Number 1, you actually don't get to see that many stars. Number 2, it's hard to get opportunities to perform on stage. Number 3, I don't sing as much as I'd like to sing other songs. Our songs. Number 4, and other answers.
네, 이번에는 질문이 이제 연예인 되시고 난 다음에 제일 힘드셨던 부분인데 이것도 객관식입니다. 1번은 생각보다 연예인은 많이 못 본다. 2번은 무대에 설 기회가 생각보다 많지 않다. 3번은 우리 노래 내 파트가 너무 작은 것 같다. 그리고 4번은 이제 주관식으로 해주시면 됩니다.
So I think I'll ask this question to Hagen because I think I know the answer. What is it?
Number 2.
Oh my God.
2번인 것 같아요.
Explain.
네, 좀 설명을 해주신다면.
근데 이제 무대가 맞는데 이제 그래도 다른 선배님들도 있고 후배님들도 있고 가수분들이 너무 많으니까 이제 기회가 좀 한정적이잖아요. 그래서 네, 그러기 위해서는 이제 저희가 더 노력해서 멋진 모습으로 많이 서 보이도록 하겠습니다.
Alright, so Hagen says there are so many great opportunities to perform, but there are also so many groups out there. So there are a limited number of chances for them. So they're gonna just work really hard to get as many chances as they can to perform for all of you guys.
Yes. Okay. Actually, we're getting a lot of messages and questions for Demion.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at them.
Okay.
Yes, let's take a look at them. First one.
Okay, me. Brenda from USA. Question for
Brenda.
Demion. If you could go on an empty, where would you like to go? The mountains, the beach, or the countryside?
네.
We should have Sun answer this one.
Yeah.
네, 사연이 이제 들어와서 하나씩 소개해드릴 건데요. 첫 번째 사연은 미국에서 브렌다 씨가 보내주신 거예요. 질문이 있어요. MT를 가질 수 있으면 어디 가시고 싶으세요? 산, 아니면 바다, 아니면 시골?
네, 저는 저희 집으로 가고 싶어요.
Well, that is not empty.
저희 집이요, 이게 땅끝 마을인데요. 이렇게 다 같이 이렇게 멤버들이랑 같이 MT를 가서 놀게 된다면 저희 집에서 잠도 자고 이렇게 같이 맛있는 것도 먹고 낚시도 하고 수영도 하고 바닷가 쪽이라서요. 그런 게 되게 재밌을 것 같아요.
Alright, Sun says he wants to go to his house because his house is in the countryside near the beach, so all the members can go and eat and sleep at his house and go fishing and go swimming and stuff like that.
I've actually been there and I pretty enjoyed it. It's like 7 hours from here. Anyways, Shandy from USA. Hello to all of the Demion members. Can you guys share a couple of funny or weird stories that have happened either during practice or at your dorm? Thanks and I love you guys. I want to ask this to Yoon.
Okay.
네, 두 번째 사연은 미국에서 샨디 씨가 보내주신 건데요. 데미언 멤버들 안녕하세요. 혹시 연습생 시절이나 이제 기숙사에서 있었던 재미있는 에피소드를 몇 가지 알려주실 수 있으신가요? 사랑합니다.
일단 대표적으로는 저희 숙소에 귀신이 살아요.
Yeah.
네, 그래서 다들 귀신을 보고 혼자 있을 때 다 기겁한 적이 있어요. 각자 한 명씩.
Okay, so he says, well, the biggest thing is they apparently have a ghost in their dorms. It's haunted, and all of the members have seen this ghost at one point or another, and they've all been very scared by it.
Yeah, and actually, I don't want to say this from my mouth, but I get afraid very easily. So when I come to the dorm alone, I turn all the lights on, and like you recognize me for that, right?
Yeah. So if he's alone at our dorm and we come in next, if the lights are on, we know that Sangbum's here.
맞아. 상범 씨가 이제 겁이 많으셔서 들어가서 불을 다 켜신다고.
Yes, I do. Well, yeah.
So next one is from Sarah of Australia.
Okay.
What would you think of a girl who was your ideal type, but she used a lot of very bad language? Are you friends with any other idols? And how hard is it to keep up with and maintain friendships as idols with all your schedules? I think I should ask this one to Hagen.
Okay.
네, 제 세 번째 사연은 호주에서 사라 씨가 보내주신 건데요. 굉장히 이제 이상형에 맞는 여자분이 계신데 조금 말투가 좀 거치신 분이에요. 이제 안 좋은 단어를 많이 쓰시고 그게 첫 번째 질문 어떻게 느끼실지. 그리고 두 번째 질문은 이제 다른 아이돌 분들과 분이 있으신지, 그리고 스케줄이 굉장히 바쁘신데 그 우정을 쌓아가는데 어려움은 없으신지.
질문이
감사합니다. 네. 첫 번째 질문은 이제 거친 여자. 저는 제가 좋아하면 상관없고요.
와우.
정말. 그러면 제가 이제 더 부드럽게 만들어.
Alright, so Hagen says, I don't care if she uses bad language because I can love her and I can make her into a more softer, more romantic girl.
네, 그리고 아직 이 연예인이라는 친구는 아직 없거든요. 제가 제 주위에는 아직 없어가지고 많이 사귀어볼 계획은 있어요.
Wow.
Alright, so Hagen says he doesn't have any celebrity friends yet, but he has plans to make lots and lots of them.
Okay. And for the last message, actually, she answered her own self question. So she asked herself, "What do you think would be a good job for the other Demion members, like Hagen, Yoon, and Sun?" It's from Brittany from USA. Jobs for Demion. Yoon should be a model, of course. Way too good looking. Hagen, a hand model. Why? His Sun should give the sun a break and shine brightly in the sky. And also for Nakhun and Sangbum, if you had other jobs, it would be being my two husbands.
이제 미국에서 이제 브리트니 씨가 이제 다른 가수 말고 다른 직업이 있을 수 있다면 멤버들께 어울리는 이제 직업을 하나씩 추천해 주셨는데요.
네네.
첫 번째는 이제 윤 씨는 굉장히 잘생기셨으니까 모델이 되셔야 되고, 네, 그 다음에 혜근 씨는 손 모델. 손이 굉장히 이쁘신 거예요. 손 모델이고요. 그다음에 선 씨는 이제 선이 태양이니까 이제 태양 대신에 하늘에서 빛을 발해주셨으면 좋겠고, 그다음에 나쿤 씨와 상범 씨는 이제 이 브리트니 씨의 남편.
Wow. So it's already time to say goodbye to Demion. And among the messages we read, I would like to choose as DJ Brittany from USA to get our signed CD.
Wow, Brittany, congratulations. You get our CD.
How do you guys like being guests on a program hosted by me and Sangbum?
Yeah.
네, 나쿤 씨와 상범 씨가 DJ를 하는 프로그램에 게스트로 나오신 소감 한마디씩 부탁드릴게요.
네, 아무래도 항상 보던 형들이 이렇게 막상 DJ석에서 이렇게 하는 모습을 보니까 되게 신기롭기도 하고요. 되게 뭔가 뿌듯함이 있어요. 그래서 앞으로도 좀 좋은 기회가 된다면 더 뻗어 나갔으면 싶습니다.
Alright, so Sun says that it was very nice seeing his Hyungs being DJs and he's very proud of them. It's a little weird, but he's very proud of them and he hopes that they'll have a lot more opportunities in the future.
네, 저는 이제 형들이 너무 자랑스럽고요. 오늘 너무 잘해가지고 정말 대단하고 또 저희 데미온 많이 사랑해주세요.
Hagen says he's very proud of his Hyungs and he hopes that you guys will all show them a lot of love.
Yes.
네, 생각보다 잘한 것 같아서 너무 듬직하고 자랑스럽습니다.
He said they did better than he had expected and so he's proud of them too.
Alright, thanks for coming today and stick around so we can go home together after the show.
Yes, and thanks again to Pia as well.
Thank you guys for having me.
So as we send Demion and Pia out of the studio, we'll play this song. It is Roller Coaster by Demion. So Demion and Pia, bye.
Bye, Pia. Bye.
I love you.